Well, a 5-year-old boy is now being tested for Ebola in the very same New York hospital where an infected doctor is also fighting for his life against that virus. NBC's Jay Gray is in New York City tonight as local, state, and even federal politicians sound off on Ebola policy and quarantining people against their will.
The 5-year-old was rushed to Bellevue Hospital overnight by medical teams dressed in full protective gear.
The child was showing some signs of an illness, not clear what the illness was. We did the cautious thing and brought the child in under the full protocol.
A protocol that's come under fire, specifically the decision by governors in New York, New Jersey, and Illinois to impose a mandatory quarantine on anyone returning to the U.S. who's had direct contact with an Ebola patient in West Africa.
These individuals are heroes, and their commitment to their common man and to their country is one that should be respected.
But nurse Casey Hickox said she was, quote, made to feel like a criminal. The healthcare worker was the first to return to the United States and face the mandatory quarantine. She was isolated in a tent outside a New Jersey hospital after returning from aid work in Sierra Leone and remained there for 3 days despite 2 negative Ebola tests. Today, she was discharged from the hospital and allowed to travel by private transport to her family home in Maine.
I understand she was uncomfortable, and no one likes to be in the hospital. We're not going to take any risks with the public health in New Jersey.
And Governor Christie, unapologetic, says the protocol will not change, despite growing criticism and questions of whether it's legal or necessary. There's no mandatory quarantine in place, but now several states are requiring anybody returning from West Africa to undergo twice daily monitoring. Jay Gray, NBC News, New York.
And for more information on Ebola, including answers to some of the most common questions, just go to our website, WTHR.com, and click on Health.